Hi everybody, welcome back. Today I'm going to give you the three easy steps for taking care of a pothos or a philodendron. So I have both a pothos and a philodendron here, just to show you what they look like in case you have any questions. They grow exactly the same, so you can treat them both with the same steps. So the first step is watering. I know this seems really basic, but you really want to water these every week to keep the soil moist. This one I've watered every week. You can see the soil is brown. It looks moist. The leaves are growing really nice. I let this one dry out, the soil to dry out, just to show you how you don't want the soil to become. So this is what you want to do, where it has that brown, really nice moisture level to it. This one, you can see how it's dry and starting to crumble and pulling away from the side a little bit. You never want them to get that dry. You can occasionally, but it's really good. Just make sure you keep it watered so that it's always the top layer is moist to the touch, and that it has a good moisture level. This is going to give you the best the best growth out of it. So I let it dry out a little bit longer than usual, but usually I keep it on a regular watering schedule, and you can see it's growing really well. Okay, so with pothos, number 2 is you want to have good light. You can have filtered outdoor light if you want to grow them outdoors, or bright indoor light. I have heard, and I think this is true, that you can grow them under regular house light. So if you have them in a hallway that's usually dark, as long as there's a light that is on in there for a normal amount of time, the plants will grow. You're not going to get a ton of growth, but they won't die. So you'll have some kind of growth on them. And I actually have another plant in another YouTube. I'm going to show you what it looks like when the plant is suffering from low or not enough light conditions. So step 1, make sure it's always watered. Make sure the top of the soil is nice and dark and that there's moisture levels. You never want it to be crumbly or light. Make sure the light levels are good. Sorry, this kind of helicopter. Make sure the light levels are really good. And then the third step is I've talked about this a lot in my other YouTubes, is you want to fertilize these. I use the fish emulsion fertilizer, which is right here. So I use this one, and every time I water them, I'll put like just a little bit, or I believe I said every 2 weeks. I have a measurement that I like to use. So just use this. It's a really light fertilizer, and you can keep fertilizing it through the entire growing season, spring and summer, and you don't have to worry about over fertilizing it. And if you do that, you'll get these really nice growths. Super pretty. So always water, never let it dry out, don't let it pull away from the side of the pot. Make sure the light levels are good, or if it's in a dark place, that you have the light switch turned on for at least 4 to 5 hours a day. And then make sure you put it on a fertilizing schedule. I recommend this because you don't have to worry about tracking it. You can just fertilize it constantly and you'll never worry about burning it. So if you follow those 3 things, you're going to get some really good growth.